We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Karen Ray of Faith This Society, and I have wonderful Morrison here with me. And we were just,
Hello.
hello. Thanks for coming live and popping on at the last minute here. We were just chatting about some business things, as you are also my coach as far as accelerating my business to that next level. Wonderful. Welcome.
Thank you so much. One of my favorite communities, in especially during as a pandemic where we weren't seeing each other in person, has been the community you created.
Oh,
Fave Biz Society has been such a great place to connect on a real level with women. So thank you for that.
yes, and one of the things that I love about our community too is connecting and
Mhm.
having conversations, and that's what we're going to be doing with you on our upcoming event on coming up this Thursday on the 28th of April, and having a conversation. And you're going to be sharing a story on grit and resilience called "Panic to Prosperity." So I just looked up the word grit on my phone, and it says the ability to keep working toward a goal, overcoming challenges, and sticking with it, even when it's hard.
Oh, yeah, that just the definition is conjuring up the emotions of that time in my life of when I think we use grit often, right? Like grit is part of sports, it's part of anything where it's tad bit competitive, or when you're competing with yourself, even for a promotion or anything. But uh, during times of the dark night of the soul moments.
Yeah. So, how many ladies out there can you think of a time where you're like, just got to tap into that grit, just got to get
Mm,
through this, got to get, overcome and all this, or what is your definition of grit?
I mean, I
Oh,
so actually there was a book that came out called Grit, and it's written
oh,
by a researcher, and she studied a lot of like athletes, professional athletes, Olympians, things like that, because that's really
mhm.
where she saw a lot of this grit in entrepreneurs.
Oh,
Entrepreneurs by nature have an incredible amount of grit already in them because
oh,
it's yeah, because of the roller coaster ride that you go on and the uncertainty and really seeking and confronting yourself. There's so much confrontation within yourself. As so for me, grit is a very personal, intimate battle within myself. Like it's never really been an external type of experience for me. It's always been a very much like there are just days you don't want to get up and do it.
yes.
And
And
that grit is the thing that like lights a fire in you. And you're like, all right, I'm doing it.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of like I was driving earlier today and I was saying something because it's hard being an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a roller coaster ride. And every once in a while, and I don't know if my grandmother ever really said this, but I could picture her saying it. And she was a fiery redhead, and could just picture her saying, and this reminds me of grit, is pull up your big girl panties. Just get it
Oh,
done.
yeah. I actually have a little sign in front of me that says pull up your big girl panties. Because there were just moments. My story of the panic to prosperity is I've been an entrepreneur my entire adult life. And it was, I mean, it's such an adventure. This to the same level of difficulty and challenge entrepreneurship can be, it's also really fun and exhilarating. That's
Mhm.
why I liken it to a roller coaster. Because although it's a ride, it's still the fun of it because you pay, you get in, and you just, there's a thrill that goes with being an entrepreneur. However, 5 years ago, we ran into just a very heavy betrayal and fraud. Somebody
Mm.
very close to us, somebody we trusted, a family member, stole the business right from under our nose. And it literally broke me. Like I was heartbroken, not necessarily because of the business, but because of who my relationship was with, right?
Mhm.
And there were days, honestly, I mean, I don't want to sound morbid or anything, but I was like, I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna, I'm just, be nothing. I'm just gonna be on the couch, and I love wine, and I'm just gonna love wine and be on the couch and see how many Netflix shows I can watch. Like that was
Mm,
where I wanted to be at that moment in my life.
right.
And grit constantly rearing its head is really, when I think about, to answer more in depth about your question of what I believe grit is, it's your biggest why. Grit really is attached to your why. And to me, my why was my mom, who wanted to bring goodness into the world, my girlfriend, who is really about impacting through her life changing experiences. And I think it's not about me. I can be all kinds of be on the couch, Netflix, wine drinking woman over here because I'm sad, I'm heartbroken. But I don't think that's what life meant for, right? So
Mm.
somehow I'm reminded of the people that need what I have, and I want to help them. And that's, I think, at the very definition, that's grit.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is. And it's times like this when we need to tap into others, when you
Mhm.
need that grit and kind of remind yourself. And we actually were talking a little bit about this in our accountability call in the Business Society this morning. Is what is that overarching
Mm,
mission, if you will, that
mhm,
when you are in times of conflict or uncertainties, or that life happens, we all have life
mhm.
happen to varying degrees, how can we tap into that inner grit within us and go, but wait a sec, this is why I'm really doing this. So
Yeah.
so you were talking about the people around you. So kind of, do you have, like, would you put it into a hashtag what your overarching goal is that just really drives you, so when you have those moments of doubt or uncertainty, that you can just go, I'm going to go in my grit pocket and grab this and put it out there and get me going.
I do. So little story with that is, on my wall in my office, I have what's called a wall of fame. And I have about 12 women on it framed up. And why I admire them so deeply. So two of them are my mom and my grandmother, but the rest are women who have shaped the world by existing. So four of them are world leaders. One is the first woman billionaire. One is the first Black woman billionaire. We all know who that is, ladies. That's Oprah. And then, right, so I have, and I look at that, and I think their grit is been now, embedded in me, because it cannot be easy to run a country who wants to assassinate you, which
Mm,
two of the world leaders were assassinated by their own guards. And then it's also not an easy thing to decide to show up in your most authentic self to change other people's lives, like Jane Goodall, who just decided, I'm going to be in the jungle of Africa for I don't know how long, undetermined amount of time, because women didn't do it at that time. Women didn't even exist without being married when she was in that space, right? And then when I have another picture up there of Cleopatra, she's not the most famous Egyptian woman to ever exist, but she did change the way Egyptian women existed by
mm,
claiming her space, right? This is my space, whether it's wrong or right. This is my space. I own it. I'm taking space up right here. And I feel like this wall always reminds me, especially during that time when I just wanted to Netflix and couch it and drink wine.
mhm,
I don't get, they didn't have the luxury of that excuse. I don't get the luxury because we're here to serve other people.
mm.
So my hashtag would be serve others with the best of
Oh.
who you are, right? I mean, it's a pretty lengthy hashtag, but that's always the thing that sparks that engine in me of like, because if it was just up to me, my life would be so different. I would do me all day.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that? But I just love hearing about what inspires women. And I love that you have those pictures of those women because just hearing their stories and that's what, and that's why am having you come too, because we're kicking off this series of hashtag celebrating 1 million women. And
Yeah.
for me, it's the women who have done amazing things, women who are just stepping forward in that grit or that, just taking that one courageous step. And I find it so inspiring to hear your story, and I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of it too as we meet on Thursday.
Yeah, me too. First of all, I'm really excited that we're meeting in person
Yes.
because that's gonna be it's I miss it. I miss it, but I've also turned into a hermit. So it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to leave my house, but I'm really excited to be around the community that I've been spending so much virtual time with.
Hmm. Yes, and there are still tickets. So, ladies, I'll put the link in the comments for you if you would still like to join us on Thursday at 6 o'clock at the Woodhouse Wine Estates. And you can hear wonderful. We're going to be trying to go stream it live as well, but we're just learning all the technology around that. So, during the pandemic, we didn't have events, and so I lost my film crew. They moved on and did other things, and so. But I'm excited to share your story and your brilliance and all
Oh,
the good things about you. Wonderful. So
thank you.
yeah. So any little piece of I call it hope that you would like to leave the ladies with as we kind of just say, come join us on Thursday. So
Yes. I really feel as women, we naturally are tribal based, community based. Like it's in us, it's an inherent need to nurture and be around people. I highly encourage you to. I think the last couple of years we without intention have disconnected, not just to each
mhm.
other, but to ourselves in some way, right? And I feel like this will be the beginning stage of it's okay. We can come out and hold hands and hug each other or just toast. We don't even have to get that close. Just toast our glass. My hope is that we are not ever going to be back to the way we were, but we can create a new version of existing together. And
Oh, I
let's
like
show
that.
up in that. Yeah.
Yes, a new version. And what is that going to look like? So I
Yeah.
have to share, I was I'm starting to step back out into, different events as things start popping up again. And so I don't know if anybody else is kind of feeling this too. I feel a little socially awkward. I mean,
Totally.
I came back from just a smaller event. It was a chamber event. I'm like, was I acting kind of weird?
Oh
I'm
my
like, I don't know how to interact with people. So it's like, so if you're feeling like that, know that it's okay because you can
God.
just come. We're in a safe space. A lot of people are feeling that way, not knowing what to say or how to act, or do I hug? Do I not hug? Do I say hi?
Right.
We
Yeah,
can all do it together.
that is so true. And so, yes, I agree. I think we need to reinvent the social norm.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to start is at the Woodhouse Winery on
Yes.
Thursday, the reinvention of connecting. That's
Yes, I like it. Reinventing connecting. And we are going to have some fun. So Marcy Scott's going to be joining us and we're going to be talking about charcuterie boards and
Woo!
charcuterie boxes. And she is just a lot of fun. She's just perfect for our first event. And we have some giveaways. We have some really lovely giveaways. And I think you were going to offer something too. Would you tell the girls about that for the entrepreneurs out there?
Oh my, I'm really excited. Let me get my little sheet because I'm you guys, ladies. So I want to offer you this really so much of the frustration and overwhelm that women entrepreneurs face in business today is not that you don't have enough credentials or enough capabilities or enough anything. Trust me, you're enough. It's because it's being done without a plan. If you
Oh,
don't have
yes.
a
Oh,
plan, you can have all the oranges in the world. It'll never get to anybody's juice box if there's no plan of how to get it from
mhm,
the vineyard to the, to the little container. So I am that person that I want to infuse the idea of planning how to bring your brilliance out into the world. So I'm offering
mm,
a 2-hour workshop that I only offer once a quarter because your marketing strategies and your business strategies should be done per quarter. So every quarter I offer Aim for Success. It's a 2-hour again workshop of how you can plan out your success for the 90 days.
mhm,
Every 90 days, you're refreshing your marketing strategies, your marketing plan, your business strategies. And that's what that is, because your brilliance needs to be heard and seen and purchased.
mm.
You need to buy your goodies, but we don't know where you're at. Where are you? So that's what I'm giving away. And do I mention the other one too now, or?
Sure, yes,
Hey,
because for the ladies who are maybe in a different area,
yeah.
and once we live stream this, you'll have a chance to get your name in on it too.
Yeah, and this is all virtual because that's where I've started the business is virtual. So I'm an online business leadership coach, and the next one I'm really excited about because I truly believe that we transform the world as women entrepreneurs when we create this beautiful relationship with money. When we become one with being ourselves in wealth and in worth, we change the world. Because really, we don't, nobody I know particularly wants to have a business just to make money and hoard it all. We want to create it because we want to give it. Like we're trying to fulfill these really great, big, meaningful, purposeful things with the money we're creating. There's just a gap between passion and profit. So for me, I want to fulfill that gap and
Mhm.
help you create a transformational 6-week journey into having your passion create profit. So it's called
Excellent.
the Abundance Code, and that's a 6-week program. It's worth $1,000 that I'm gonna just give. Yeah, the other
Wow.
the 2 hours is worth $250. And then this 6-week program is $1,000 that I want to gift another woman, fulfill their destiny in the world as a well planned, well oiled, abundance coding woman.
Yes, I love it. And I have worked with you, so I am just so thrilled that somebody else is going to be able to experience that
Yay.
growth and that clarity and direction. And I know so many women as newer entrepreneurs or and really whatever stage, it's that planning because you get so busy doing that
Mhm.
you don't really take the time that it to plan that could actually make it all the rest of it easier.
Right. Yeah. I my biggest thing is work smarter, not harder. And that you can have the desired business. You just have to have a plan to get there. Because without a
Yeah.
GPS or a Thomas guide, how is anybody finding anything?
Oh, that's funny. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm really thank you for giving that to our community here and
Yay.
excited for some of the ladies to win such fabulous gifts. And we if you're going to be joining us in person, like I said, you can still there are still some spots left, and we have some other beautiful gifts. We have some jewelry and some spa items and hair, so you can have a hair spa and all kinds of fun
Yeah.
things. So, and
And a signature smell, I hear.
oh my gosh, oh
I
girls, I
hear
have
there's
to
a
tell you
signature
about this.
smell coming.
There is so the ladies who come also for the first 50 ladies who have signed up get a signature essence called Celebrate.
Ooh.
And oh, it's just I forget the it's abundance with zest is what
Okay,
is how
see
it's
the word
described.
abundance is in everything right now. Let's do
Yes.
this.
Yes, we've got it
Yeah.
happening because we've got connecting. We do a lot of connecting here, of course, at the Faith Business Society with our Accountability Society and our leaders in our community, like Wonderful, who are our resource power partners who help guide us and in that planning and direction and that clarity. So, just so excited to bring these women together and have some fun.
Yeah. Oh, fun. Fun.
Fun, yes. And this event is open to all women, our lifestyle community and our business community. So, ladies, everybody fits in, and it's just a great way to connect in our community. So, look forward
Yes.
to having you, Wonderful,
Thank
speaking at
you.
our first event, our Welcome Back event.
Yeah.
And, ladies, good to see you all as usual. And just any parting words, Wonderful.
I hope to truly see you there and give you a big fat hug. I'm a hugger, so if you see me and you don't want to hug, veer away. I won't be offended because I'm a
Yeah.
hugger.
Well, sounds great. Thanks for visiting with us, and we will see you Thursday.